politics as well. Conservatives launch a new strategy against liberals, taking their battle against the left online. Welcome to the second hour of Happening Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Jenna Lee.
And I'm John Scott. Power players for the Republican Party are forming a super PAC to keep track of Democrats, they say, how they vote, what they say, looking for anything and everything to be used against them. Leading the group, called America Rising, Mitt Romney's former campaign manager, Matt Rhodes. Chief political correspondent Carl Cameron is live for us in Washington. So this will be a super PAC, Carl, that will just do research?
Research, opposition research, as it's called, and rapid response. Both sides do this. All political parties do it in one way or another. But usually the research of one's opponent and pumping it out to the public is done by either state or national political parties or the individual campaigns themselves. America Rising's just getting started. In fact, they're going to be an independent super PAC, as you say, and they're just going to focus on going after Democrats to help the Republicans on the right go against the liberals on the left. This all came together literally in the same week that the Republican National Committee last week announced its own so-called autopsy and urged the formation of a, quote, an allied group dedicated solely to research to establish a private archive and public website that does nothing but post inappropriate Democrat utterances and act as a clearinghouse for information on Democrats. In 2012, a couple of Democratic super PACs did some real damage to Romney's reputation and his campaign. Republicans have had a couple of super PACs of their own doing similar stuff, but never one exclusively dedicated to opposition research and rapid response. And there's going to be a big focus on using technology and the latest modern campaign techniques. They hope that this organization will act as something of a lab so that they can tell campaigns what seems to be working against the opposition. John?
So we mentioned Matt Rhodes, the former Romney campaign manager. Who else is involved in this?
Well, Matt Rhodes is unique as a former campaign manager because when he became the campaign manager for the Republican nominee for the White House in 2012, it was the first time ever that a former head of opposition research for the Republican National Committee rose to that level of the ranks of sort of political operative. That was a big deal. Matt Rhodes is partnered up now with Joe Pounder, who has worked as the director of opposition research as well as very aggressively in rapid response at the RNC and for folks like Marco Rubio and Eric Cantor. And the voice box for all of this, the man who's going to do a lot of the front of the camera work, is Tim Miller. He, too, a former spokesman of the RNC and a veteran of Jon Huntsman's campaign. And what they're going to do is essentially offer up to candidates, campaigns, organizations on the right information on the left, both either to respond to Democratic attacks or to just aggressively and offensively attack Democrats for the things that they've said. It's going to take a small army, too. Tim Miller was here a short while ago. Some very interesting things. We'll have a lot of that interview later this afternoon. And what he says is they're going to essentially hire an army. There will be trackers with cameras and video following Democratic candidates in the 2014 congressional elections, House and Senate, as well as gubernatorial races, and then this will be turned into a 2016 exercise to watch those in the Democratic Party or on the left who are going to seek the White House. Republicans have lacked this central clearinghouse. They seem very excited about it. You lose an election and you go about reforming, and that's what the Republicans are doing, and this appears to be an answer to what the RNC asked for.
All right. Carl Cameron, more attack politics coming up. Not sure everybody wants to hear that. Carl, thank you.
Well,